morning and welcome to VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Miner on Wednesday, the 10th of December. 15 days to go till the big day. Morning, Paul.
Good morning to you. And how about that $61 silver price, by golly?
Well, I think the three wise men are bringing silver, not frankincense, incense. No, not frankincense, myrrh, and something else. I forget anyway.
Gold.
Gold. No, they're bringing silver. The three wise men in this case are myself, you, and Ollie. And we brought everyone
Yeah.
silver. We said it was going to be silver. $61.50 this morning. And of course, most people will remember that I was in Mexico in August and visiting 4 companies out there, all of which have been amazing performers, really. But Avino silver and gold, Luca mining, Sierra Madre, Guanajuato silver. If you can't remember, we did tell everybody many, many times. And clearly, I wasn't out there just for the fun of going out to Mexico, but I was out there because we all knew that silver was going to go through the roof, and it has. But there's actually further to go, Paul, I think, isn't there?
I suspect it will run now here for a little bit more yet, yes.
Yeah. I mean, people will be nervous of jumping in at this level, but there's no reason to stop it going. And we're not just talking a sort of a few days trade. We are sort of thinking, where will it be more like in 18 months' time? I've always said $75, but if anything, I would be pushing that target price up slightly. And the gold-silver ratio, and again, that was something that when it was at 100, we said was ludicrous and would change. Obviously, today, I could quickly work it out. Should be able to quickly work it out. But with gold at about 4,200 and silver at 60, it's clearly come right in. It's about sort of 65 or something, I think, isn't it? But that ratio, to be honest,
it's just below 70, I believe.
Yeah, it's just below 70. I mean, that could go to 50. So you'll see silver, I think, still outperform gold slightly. But there was a great arbitrage that everybody could have made, any hedge fund could have made an awful lot of money on. And of course, we will be coming up with what our commodities are for next year at some stage. We're still pondering upon that. Anyway, there we go. Obviously in FTSE, if you're playing silver, you've got Fresnillo, which again is Mexican. It has been a phenomenal performer, obviously this year, along with the silver price. But if you believe the silver price is going to continue, you keep buying Fresnillo. Anyway, there you go. Right, Paul. Not a vast amount of news this morning. Maybe worth. Tell you what, quite a few people followed Tirupati. I can't get blooming words out this morning. Sorry, Tirupati Graphite, which is in Madagascar. They've done, actually, it's a really messy deal they've done to try and sort themselves out. They're currently in suspension, aren't they? But do you want to just talk through that?
Yeah, they've secured commitments for a £3 million new financing through a convertible loan note issue and a conditional placing of new shares at 1.5p alongside warrants exercisable at 3.75p. It's all part of the program in order to try to refinance Tirupati and get the Vadamina graphite mine upgraded there in Madagascar so that they can settle all their outstanding creditors as well as their delivery commitments and so forth from the mine, and make it essentially viable on an operating basis again, and corporately as a listed company so that it can be requoted or begin trading again in the London market. So new shares to be approved by shareholders at a general meeting to be held on January the 6th. And with these approvals and so forth, then the trading should of the removal of the trading suspension should take place then shortly after.
I mean, what is fascinating about Madagascar, I've actually been there and seen some of the assets. It has really high quality assets, but very few of them are actually publicly quoted. The grades are through the roof in Madagascar. The problem is it's a very tricky country to do business in. But the graphite is world class. In fact, not a lot of people know this, but during World War II, the English actually took control of Madagascar briefly when the French had it, because we needed the graphite. But it's a very interesting country, but it requires, a one-off investment isn't going to change the way the country operates. You need someone like America to come in and say, look, actually, we're going to help you here. It is also as I call it, the unsinkable aircraft carrier of the Indian Ocean. It's very well positioned from a geopolitical point of view. So it's a very interesting country. it's not all about vanilla and things, which you've probably got in your kitchen, some Madagascan vanilla. Anyway, there we go. We're warbling on about something completely different other than mining there. What else you got, Paul?
Just real quickly to mention that the Anglo American shareholders had yesterday approved the merger with Tech Resources. So there's just a final regulatory approvals yet to be granted by the exchanges and so forth for that deal to finally be consummated. Also wanted to mention too that TSX listed Kodiak Copper, the BC Copper Explorer, which happens to market quite a lot over here in the UK. It has published their full mineral resource estimate across 7 different deposits for their MPD copper gold project in BC. They had previously reported on 4 deposits, and now they've added the compliant resources for 3 more, and it brings total indicated mineral resource to 83 million tons at just under 4% copper equivalent, and total inferred mineral resources at 356 million tons at just over 0.3% copper equivalent. So there is some size here. There's more targets yet to test at MPD. I think market might be a little bit discouraged here because they have to essentially agglomerate so many very small deposits as opposed to putting one large deposit together, which will complicate future mine development on the project. So there's bigger and better, hopefully, that they can yet find also in grade and tons going forward.
Okay, very good, Paul. I think that'll do for today. Back tomorrow. Thanks.
Very good. See you then.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.